The Bride, directed and written by Maggie Gyllenhaal, starring an all-star cast of Jessie, Buckley, Christian Bale, Peter Sarsgaard, Annette Bening, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Penelope Cruz. In 1930s Chicago, Ida, Jessie Buckley, is pushed down a flight of stairs, but not before being possessed by a certain someone that I won't spoil. Frankenstein's monster, Christian Bale, then appears to Dr. Cornelia, Annette Bening. She reinvigorates life, which is a fancy way of saying what Dr. Frankenstein did. Old Frank is lonely and wants to have sex. Literally his words. They bring Ida back to life, Frank kills some people, and they go on the run. So that is quick synopsis of The Bride. So the movie is a very interesting take on the story of Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. Partly because of Ida's possession. Her possession suggests that the story of Frankenstein is just that. A story. But the fact that we're looking at the title monster, Frankenstein's monster, in the flesh tells us that the story is real and that there really was a Dr. Frankenstein, at least in the context of the movie. So the film tries to blend fantasy with reality, but unfortunately, it doesn't do it very well. It honestly just kind of makes things a little confusing. The tone of the movie, too, can leave you scratching your head. There's a lot of ideas, but the film cannot decide if it wants to be a serious drama, if it wants to be a love story, if it wants to be a horror monster film, or a mobster detective movie. It's overall very Bonnie and Clyde-esque, but in trying to combine all of these different genres and all of these different ideas, the movie loses its own identity. At one point, Frank and Ida are speaking at a drive-in movie theater, and they're just appearing on the screen, having a conversation, and one of the detectives, played by Penelope Cruz, is watching on the screen this conversation while also living it by sitting next to their car, listening to them. So it's like, what is exactly happening? Maggie Gyllenhaal's writing of the story leaves a lot to be desired, and it gives us more questions than it does answers. Her directing, though, top notch. Her eye for visuals really gives us a phenomenal looking film. She also gets insane performances out of her actors. Buckley absolutely lights up the screen in this as the bride. She is dramatic, she is scary, she's heartbreaking, and totally mesmerizing. Bale, too, is also simply just great. He takes the chance to see the craziness of it all and is absolutely over the top, but in the best way possible. Bening, Peter Sarsgaard, Jake Gyllenhaal also put in solid performances. The only person that seems out of place is Penelope Cruz. Her character just doesn't really fit in how things are being told and presented. Cruz is fine, but if her character was just completely cut, you wouldn't miss her. The special effects, too, are fantastic, especially the makeup. Bale's look as Frank is just, it's amazing. So from a technical standpoint, The Bride is a beautiful film. From an acting standpoint, it's a masterclass. From a story standpoint, though, it's too all over the place, and it holds the movie back. It's just too incoherent. It has no identity because it doesn't know what it wants to be. I give The Bride a B-. Thank you for watching Fatman Inc Horror. Leave a like if you enjoyed and a comment to discuss your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe to see more reviews of horror movies new and old. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.